happening, everybody? Paulie here on the Latino Slant. Well, I finally got to it, and thank you guys for all your requests. We are reviewing the film EEGA, The Fly, from 2012 by one of our favorite directors from India, SS Rajamouli. He's done Bahubali Parts 1 and 2 and RRR. But you guys, I've been meaning to get to this, and I finally did. So, yeah, I did enjoy it. I did like it. I thought it was very clever, very funny, and what could have been a kind of it is a very unusual love story revenge tale. Okay, now before we get to I'll give you the synopsis in a second, the quick synopsis in a second. But let me go through the cast, because I thought the cast was excellent. Sudeep plays Sudeep, Nani plays Nani, and Samantha Ruth Prabhu plays Bindu. All right, now the storyline is very, very to the point. Boy meets girl. Boy falls in love with girl. Boy chases girl. She plays coy and hard to get, but with respect. But she's the love of his life, and he will not give up until she falls in love with him totally. And she does, but until just before she gives her heart to him, he gets killed. And he gets killed by a man who loves the girl. Now, there is that love triangle, but after that, the story takes a very odd and very entertaining turn. Okay? This is what happens. Okay, Sudeep, who plays Sudeep, is a gangster. He's not a nice dude. He's a killer. He's a thief, businessman, and he wants this. I mean, he doesn't love Bindu. He just wants another notch on his bedpost. Whereas Nani is totally dedicated and loyal to Bindu. But so once he realizes that Bindu and Nani are head over heels for each other, he takes Nani out. That's right. He kills the dude. And not only does he kill the dude, as you can see right there in the scene, he takes him out very gruesomely. And I'm going to tell you this because it comes back. He wants to feel Nani's life go out of him. He's a real sick dude, this guy. And so he's been beat up. Nani's been really jacked up. He's pretty much already dying because, Sudeep's gang has beat him up. But it's not enough. And Sudeep puts a foot on him and kills him. It's pretty gruesome. But his life force leaves him, and we see that, and it's kind of magical. I always love. I'm seeing a lot of SS Rajamouli's theatricalities. He's very theatrical. He's very over the top. We see his life force leave, and then it goes into the pond, and we don't see that life force until later on. So Sudeep's plan is that now that Nani's out of the picture, Sudeep is going to get the girl. Well, Nani comes back as a larvae. And out of that larvae, a fly is born. A fly. He's a fly. I can't believe I just said that. He's a fly, guys. And the revenge tale begins basically of a fly seeking revenge to the guy that killed him. So so that's really it, right? That's the storyline. Now the storytelling is entertaining because once he becomes a fly, first we spent about 10-15 minutes of like almost no dialogue where he's learning how to be a fly and how to fly around and experience life as a fly and what's going on. That's a lot of fun. That was really thrilling. Then he right away he's in the house of Sudeep, and he figures out I gotta take my revenge. Like, he realizes who he is as the fly, and he was Nani, and then he sees Sudeep, and now he goes finds Bindi, and through various means, first of all, he starts to playfully torture Sudeep. He makes him lose sleep so he doesn't go on a trip with Bindi. He starts making him paranoid, and he starts making Sudeep so paranoid that he gets these these security systems, fly spray. I mean, his gang starts thinking he's lost it, and it just goes on from there. He creates a car crash, he creates an accident, he gets him injured. What SS was able to do in the animators, they were able to make this fly a lovable character. You rooted for the fly. And Bindi is a micro artist, so she's able to create little mini artworks. And one of them she creates was two hearts in one, which was a powerful motif. She knew it was true love with Nani at first because he had talked about two hearts becoming one inside one, and that did it for her. And she created this artwork. So there's nice little symbolisms like that. Later on, when she realizes the fly writes in water, writes tears because she's mourning the death of Nani. She's crying and tears fall on her desk. He writes in her tears, "It's me, it's Nani. I've come back." And man, like that was great. That was great. So they kind of it's almost weird because they're kind of like a couple. Just to they do everything together. They even go get coffee. The fly has latte. It's hilarious, guys. It's hilarious. It's really, really unique and different. Thank you to all who have donated or are gonna donate. Hit the super thanks and enjoy the video. Take revenge because he communicates that Sudeep killed me. So she creates little nano, special goggles to protect him from any repellent, any fly spray. That was cool. A little metal tentacles so he can cut stuff. And there's at one point where he tortures Sudeep so bad that he's got gashes and blood all over him. I mean, he really, really does a great job just systematically tearing this man down. This murderer, this thief, he loses his money, he burns his money. He has got a vault full of money that gets burned up. I mean, he pushes this guy to the limit. I don't want to give away the ending. I know I've said a lot. I really appreciate now more and more about this director is just the different genres that he's able to do. So he, with this is basically a kind of sci-fi twist. I don't know if it's a sci-fi or fantasy twist to a modern love triangle, because that's what it is. And then the revenge, and it's set in modern times. And with his other films, you have the Bahubali, which is ancient fantasy, historic, kind of like Lord of the Rings, and of course Triple R, set in the 1920s. That was a just an awesome epic. So I do recommend this, especially if you you're into kind of like odd comedies. I will say this, which is kind of cute. It's bookend in voiceover with a father telling his daughter, a story. She doesn't want to go to sleep until until he says a bedtime story. And this is it. He said, once upon a time, there was a bad man in a town, and this is it. And at the end, they come back, and she's got a question about one of the characters in the movie. And so there's like a post-credit scene. So make sure you stick around for that. Yeah, it's delightful, man. I think it's my first kind of like genre of kind of comedy, romance, from India. So far, what I've reviewed have been like action dramas, or period piece dramas. So I was excited to do that. I'm looking forward to seeing some other movies as well. I heard 3 Idiots is really good. Maybe I'll check out Jersey. But Nani stars in Jersey, I believe. All right. Check out our playlist of Indian cinema here on the Latino Slant, as well as videos every day we have on entertainment news in regards to Latino Hollywood and Latino arts and culture. My name is Paulie. Wherever you're at, keep your fight and keep your slant muy fuerte.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The slant.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version.
All right, Paulie, let's go.